The best Android phones for 2020. Bottom line, the Samsung Galaxy S10e has the best overall price, performance, and size for a flagship smartphone today. Bottom line, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is pricey, but it's the first phone that's a solid investment in the 5G future. Bottom line, solid performance, multi-day battery life, and a gorgeous 6.4-inch display make the $249 Moto G Power the best budget-friendly phone you can buy right now. Bottom line, with an attractive design, long battery life, and solid performance for the price, the $150 Motorola Moto E is one of the best affordable phones you can buy. Bottom line, the Nokia C5 Endi offers cricket customers solid performance and all-day battery life at an affordable price. Bottom line, the OnePlus 8 delivers 5G flagship performance at a fair price, making it the right phone to buy for a new network in an economically uncertain time. Bottom line, the OnePlus 8 Pro has a gorgeous display, fast wireless charging, and excellent cameras. We just wish it had better network support. Bottom line, the $450 TCL10 Pro offers solid performance and battery life, along with an attractive design and a beautiful display that can easily hold their own against much more expensive Android flagships. Bottom line, the ZTE Blade 10 Prime for Visible offers a gorgeous display, snappy performance, and a smooth software experience for under $200. Whether you're looking for a big or small phone, entry level or top of the line, Android offers options for everyone. And unlike Apple's rigid release cycle, Google's hardware partners unleash a seemingly endless stream of new devices year-round. But therein lies the problem, with so many options out there. How do you settle on the right one? Lucky for you, we test and review nearly every smartphone available on all the major US carriers. Keep in mind that while the reviews above may not show your carrier of choice, most of the phones here are available for, or compatible with, multiple US carriers. Read on for what to look for when buying, as well as our top picks for Android phones. COVID-19 messed with the phone release schedules this year, so we're seeing handsets trickle out throughout the year. As of this writing, there are a bunch of phones we're working on reviews of, including the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 series, the Google Pixel 4a, and the Samsung Galaxy A51 5G. Google's Pixel 5 is likely to come out this fall. If you're shopping for a flagship or low-cost phone, I think the lineups are now set for the next several months. The question is really if you're trying to get the best value for around $500 to $600. Want 5G, and don't need the absolute best camera, more options will likely come out with those specs over the next few months. Right now, if you want 5G, you need Android. The first 5G iPhone won't come out until this fall, leaving the 5G landscape up to Android phones. There are 3 different kinds of 5G currently in operation: low, middle, and high band. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus can handle all of the different forms used by all of the US carriers. And there are special versions of the OnePlus 8 and the LG V60 for Verizon. Other phones have only the low and middle bands, which makes them good choices for T-Mobile, but not as much for AT&T, and not at all for Verizon. You can find all of the 5G handsets currently on offer in our list of the best 5G phones. As the year goes on, we're likely to see more 5G phones divided between the low and mid bands, which are cheaper to build for, and the high band, which is more expensive but required by Verizon. So the 5G scene will remain confusing, which is a big part of why we're recommending the Galaxy S20 Plus and the Verizon OnePlus 8. As they have everything possible right now. This list has phones from $149 to over $1,000. The newest entry in the Moto E series reclaims its place as the best low-end phone. One tip at the very low end, carrier-branded phones, which don't mention the name of their manufacturer, often aren't very good. Most of the phones sold in the US cost $600 or more, because they're sold on monthly payment plans that hide the cost over 24 or 30 months. But there's also a thriving market, mostly prepaid, of phones costing $300 or less. Take a look at recent models in the Moto G series. Phones by Nokia, or the ZTE models sold by prepaid carriers for decent quality at a low price. We're also starting to see a new category of mid-range 5G phones developing. None of them are on this list yet, because none of them have turned out to be great. But we're seeing the LG Velvet 5G, the Samsung Galaxy A51, and the Samsung Galaxy A71 being sold for around $300 by carriers. And we expect the TCL10 Pro 5G will appear in that category as well. The OnePlus Nord could have been there too, except it isn't being released in the US. OnePlus price jump this year has left a bit of a hole in the $500-ish flagship-like space in the US. For now, the base $699 OnePlus 8 is the least expensive flagship Android phone we've reviewed. For more, see our stories on the best cheap phones, the best cheap phone plans, and 9 tips to get the best price on a cell phone. There's been a dramatic shift in Android phone shapes and sizes over the last few years. Many manufacturers have started to make the phones taller and narrower, resulting in one-hand-friendly models with improbably large screen sizes. We go into more detail on the new form factors in This Is How We Need to Measure Phone Screens Now. You can find Android phones with stated screen sizes from 5.6 inches to well over 6+ inches. With the new form factors, though, it's very important to look at the width of the phone as well as the width of the screen. A tall, narrow phone can be much easier to handle than something wider. Not all Android is created equal. Device manufacturers like LG and Samsung have been applying their own visions to Android for some time now. If you want a pure Google experience, then you want to go for a Pixel device, the developer models where Google makes sure to deploy upgrades first. Motorola and OnePlus also have very clean user interfaces, although they tend to add more invisible features to Android. Android 10Q is the most current version. It's available for most of the phones on our list. The rest of the phones have 9.0 Pi. Don't buy any phone with an earlier version, as the older the Android software version gets, the more likely it is to have serious security flaws. There are a lot of budget phones kicking around with Android 7 or even Android 6 or below, which you should absolutely avoid. Huawei is the world's second biggest smartphone maker, and its products under the Huawei and Honor brands are often very high quality. But the US government has now essentially gone to war with Huawei, banning Google services from Huawei phones and banning Huawei phones from US shelves. We no longer recommend Huawei phones on our roundups, although we continue to review them to show other Americans what we're missing. The US market is still dominated by carrier-sold phones, but buying your phone direct and unlocked gives you more freedom to switch carriers if you choose to do so. Unlocked phones feature no carrier bloatware and no ongoing payment plan, so you can switch to another carrier or sell on eBay at will. It's actually something you own. Every phone on this list can be bought direct, with no carrier involvement, but most people still buy the phones through carriers, which offer a single point for service and support, as well as monthly payment plans that dramatically lower the upfront prices of phones. Carriers also sometimes restrict Wi-Fi calling features to phones sold by their own stores. Of the bunch shown here, most of them work on all the US 4G networks. The ZTE phone is an exclusive to Verizon's prepaid arm. Visible. The Nokia C5 Endi is available only on AT&T's prepaid arm. Cricket. With that in mind, choosing Android as your mobile operating system is only half the battle. If you're still on the fence, check out our list of the best phones, regardless of OS. PCMag.com's lead mobile analyst, Sasha Segan, has reviewed hundreds of smartphones, tablets and other gadgets in more than 9 years with PC Mag. He's the head of our Fastest Mobile Networks project, one of the hosts of the daily PC Mag live web show, and speaks frequently in mass media on cell phone-related issues. His commentary has appeared on ABC, the BBC, the CBC, CNBC, CNN, Fox News, and in newspapers from San Antonio, Texas to Edmonton, Alberta. Segan is also a multiple award-winning travel writer. having contributed to the Frommer's series of travel guides and websites for more than a decade. Other than his hometown of New York. His favorite, see full bio. Text source, in.pcmag.com.